feel a little bit, and I also confused sometimes. But
Yeah,
you
but
can do it nice.
if you
You
drop
can
a
do it nice
dude
name.
or if you drop a duke, it's not the same, huh?
That's
Actually,
right.
yeah, it's
And
not
on that
same,
note,
but your name.
welcome everybody to the Droppin' a Dookie live broadcast coming at you from the heart in the One Love DTube Discord. We got a full house as always these days. Many of us in the Discord. If you happen to be joining on any of the live streaming platforms, please follow through with the link to find our community and engage with us so you could join the show live. Details are on our twit, and react in, read here first. It's pretty laid out for you. The bot will tell you what to do when you join. So let's just step into it, guys. How is everybody doing today?
Good.
Got
And how was your time?
always good, Shuvo. Always good. We got
Hey,
Shuvo,
nice looking.
Yasin, Shamu, Looking, and the Dude. And we had
Welcome.
Good to have you guys.
Thank you so much.
We had Anime for the World in here earlier, being a goof, but he's on his rush on his way home. He's had a late day, so he's still looking for the faces for our intro video. Do follow up with him in DM, send him a link, give him permission to use your video footage. You get a 2 DTube reward. So, that little plug out of the way, let's just get into today's topics. Wanting to cover
Actually,
5 pretty specific topics. We're going to start off today by rewarding the engagement hustle. Then I'm going to highlight the BIS for February, Blockchain International Sandwich Squad. Then talk a little bit about the DTubeSnap challenge, Hive plans, and then what do I got on there? Oh yeah, our Hive community, 134220. Encourage everyone to share. Onto the Tipcc DTube Faucet. Then open it up for anyone to ask me anything and follow up with giving rewards, tips to anyone that asks questions during that segment from Twitter. So if you happen to follow through, ask a question on Twitter, join us here, you'll get yourself a little bit of an extra tip live. So, Shuvo, you had something you wanted to ring in with? Go ahead.
actually, it's really pleasure for me in this day. I also join here and time to time, and this really great for me. And I also impressed because a lot of my native users are also here. Uh, they're also here. You, it's really pleasure for me because they're also active in DTube, and they're also create video, and they're also faith in DTube. It's really, as a member, it's really pleasure for me. That's why it's extraordinary feelings for me. That's it.
All right, buddy. That's great. Thank you very much. And on that note, let's encourage some engagement. You know, you're feeling good. You like DTube. You're excited about what you're doing. If you're like me, you got a 10K goal, DTube holding. That's kind of like where my encouragement comes from. I started on Hive. I moved into, or I started on Steam, moved into Hive. I'm all over the place, but I always kind of set goals of holding goals. You know, so 10K, how do we get there? Engage people. Get out there, engage them, post good content. The engagement works out to networking to your channel. It always comes back. The more people you engage with, the more people find you. So we have 3 posts we're engaging today. First one is this kebab token. These come from the Curation highlight. So if you follow back on our previous video, the One Love DTube community, you'll see our video. We do it live. We drop the links in the chat. We give you up till this stream to engage, and I come through and I vote your engagement. So do we have an engagement? No. Sad. You know, it might be because we highlighted a post that isn't really about DTube. But why would I do that? Why would I
you
highlight?
over there.
Why would I highlight
When
this
I say,
post?
Bob, what do you think about?
Maybe because I'm hinting at what we could do with a similar message for DTube. That's what I really wanted to highlight. That's why I wanted some engagement. I wanted to see what people would have to say. Engage and reward you for engaging, following through with our engagement hustle. I believe we should be pumping out videos like this for DTube. All of us creators, left, right, and center. Funny. They strike it home. Be creative with it. And I'm probably going to start a bounty put forward standing for people that do create videos of this caliber and with a message like this. Some of these funny, it doesn't have to be so professional, but as long as it's creative and funny, that's the key. That's why I love this one. So we didn't get any engagement on that one.
Uh,
No votes going out.
Actually, Duke, I have a question.
What's going on, Shuvo?
I also appreciate with you. Engagement is very important, but in this time, actually, uh, when newbies join and also guiding engagement properly is very important for such a yeah, engagement is important. Engagement is also depend on comment and views and interaction, but
Mm-hmm.
personal guidance it's very important. Personal guidance that's
Yeah,
mean
yeah.
step
Uh,
by step what you do
yeah,
and what you not to do is here. It is very important to personal share information and
it is.
experience.
It is. It's up to each person whether or not and what they want to share. But yeah, engagement. If you're going to engage someone, try to be, especially if you think you're going to criticize them, try be constructive with your criticism. You can call something, out per se. You do it in a constructive manner where then you give the advice at the same time of how it could be better in a non-demeaning manner. So I expect quality supportive engagement. If you have links that would help them and it falls in the category to be beneficial and not self-promotional, that's acceptable, man. Like you're trying to help that author, but at the same time, you're also trying to build a bit of awareness for yourself through engagement. So here we have Tamil. Sorry, not Anime for the World. I want to say Anime for the World every time I see anime now. He'll get a laugh about that.
Actually, enemy's battery is
uh,
down. Maybe
yeah.
it's fully
So
charged. Then he also come back again.
Tamil is posting just gaming video. I'm pretty certain this is his channel, right? It's got a pretty decent following. We decided to highlight this on the Ionomy Curation Bonanza because it was referred to us by Anime for the World. I'm pretty sure that's what I was wanting to say. Next up is Hopman. Sadly, there was no engagement, no replies. Follow back up with that. Next up is Hopman. He's got one comment, so I finally get to drop a vote. I said I was going to drop some fat votes for engagement, so let's drop 220 KVP on this comment. By Camuel. Clubhouse is a lot of fun. I think it's going to blow up. Thank you. We're going to reply. And I'm having a bit of a node issue today. As you could see, it does go through. It just sits there and spins for a while until I refresh the page. So that is the concept of the comment engagement hustle for Onelovedtube, guys. You get out there, I vote it. Now I'm going to, at the end of this stream, so I don't take up any more time on this, follow up and leave comments from the community account informing them they were highlighted on the Curation Bonanza. So you will always know Who, what, where, and why. Next up, we got the BIS for February. BIS. The Blockchain International Sandwich Squad February Contest. Hosted by Mondo Sean. I want to say Shaw A.N. It's pretty straightforward content. I know. Shawan? Shawan. He's not even going to keep going. He's like, I'll shut up. He's just going to mock me. I love you, buddy.
You don't even know what the Mondo Shawan is.
No, I don't. You'll have to link me. It's probably something to do with that thing.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, what he's doing is hosting a contest for sandwich lovers all over the world. You get involved, do your thing, wherever you are, what you're doing. Really easy, runs month long. Get involved. Just a quick highlight. I'm wanting to say that One Love is supporting this. So we would love for you to get involved, and we would love to see some videos if that happens to be how you enter. Do tag us so we can support your entries and your videos. Next up, we got the One Love DTube community. I was hoping to have my DTubeSnap challenge post written, but I am halfway through that. There's a lot to it I want to cover. I decided to write it as a bit of a video walkthrough. If you're familiar with the I Am Alive challenge community, then you'll know what I'm talking about, how they have one post, they keep that specific post running, pinned to their community. That has the details, rules change, it's always there, one referral link, and it's one stop, always right on the money. So you'll see in future, as we have some posts here pinned about the IPFS information, our challenge post will be here, and we're going to have people trying to build out the One Love Hive community a bit. I really want to knock home, share your posts to our community. All of your DTube posts that you're posting to Hive, please share them to our community. On that note, we need an administrator and a couple moderators to step up and take advantage of the opportunity to use some voting with our community on Hive, as well as doing sharing into the community, try support each other, highlight content, essentially take up the legwork of the Hive blockchain and try make it a movement of its own. So there's 2 steps to this DTubeSnap. Bring up Brave, or bring it up in Discord, pardon me. Still writing out the auto message, but the auto message as it reads tomorrow night, Friday, 11:59 my time, it will go off, and this is what it'll say, now closing the DTubeSnap for the week. Watch your DTube wallets for IPFS and DTuBE, and up to 3 DTuBE and 1 Hive for 3 winners selected weekly. How to DTubeSnap. Official challenge post, I'll have the link running there, and this is why I want one post, so it'll never change. I never have to fiddle with my auto messages. You record, edit a 3 to 10 minute video. I'm opening up the window, making it anything you want. Post video on DTube. Share video to Twitter using tags DTube and DTubeSnap. Share both DTube and Twitter links here. We're not trying to promote ourselves here. As a community, we're trying to promote DTube. So the only thing that is promoting us is a little DTubeSnap. Make it its own thing. That'll get you into the regular DTubeSnap. The double up on Hive is in participation with I Am Alive on Hive, or I Am Alive Challenge on Hive. Their entire community, you follow through with their rules, you post, you log in to Hive and DTube on DTube, you post to DTube using the I Am Alive Challenge tag, adding IAAC to your title. And then on PeakD or Hive, whatever your preferred point of access for Hive is, You add the tags Onelovedtube, DTubeSnap, Hive is live to your post. Cross-post your video into DTube Hive community. That's Hive 134220. Share Tipcc post to Twitter with tags DTube, Onelovedtube, I am alive challenge, Hive is live. Share both your DTube and Twitter links here. Here meaning DTubeSnap challenge. So it sounds like a lot, but the idea is to relay off the two communities and work together on a similar focus. We're all just trying to encourage each other to create videos, and I'm also going to be building it out to have those instructions. So when I finally get to creating videos of, how to set up your iPhone for whatever Mahui, video tutorials that way, simple beginning step, creator's idea, that idea, it'll all be there. So, anybody interested getting involved with our Hive community as a moderator, start sharing your links, because I'm going to be watching. Next
Actually,
up.
Duke, I have a question.
Yeah,
Actually, those people are also engaged in Hive. They are also participate in this contest. Am I right?
yeah, that's the idea, is I'm trying to keep it open for DTube. Anyone that's specific to DTube doesn't want to participate in I Am Alive on Hive, they can just do the DTubeSnap proportion of it, which is very open-ended. And then if you want the extra, you go the extra mile and do the I Am Alive on Hive challenge. And yeah, that gives you the opportunity to earn
My
through their
question: those people
community
not
as well
engaged
as
in
ours.
Hive.
Yeah,
Actually,
that's what I answered
my
first.
question.
You could do just the
Oh
DTubeSnap,
yeah,
right? They're separate.
understand. Yeah, I also use DTube Snaptag my all videos. That's the
Okay.
main truth.
All right.
Thank you. Go ahead.
So next up, we have the Tipcc. I wanted to highlight this because it is a faucet for DTube. That's right, DTube has a faucet. Very simple. Tipcc, you go into our airdrop channel and you type plus faucet DTube. It'll give you a link. That link brings you to this page after you log in to your Discord account. They want you to vote their bot for rankings. You can vote once every 12 hours, 2 votes a day. You get like 0.2 DTube. So let's hit vote. Oh yeah, I already did it earlier. So let's see what Tipcc sent
Actually,
me.
Duke, how you voted this TPCC? Please tell again this.
One moment here. Having an issue with my... transitions don't want to work now.
Duke, are you hear
1
me?
second, Shuvo.
Okay.
There. Grabbing the wrong screen is what was happening. So, in Discord, what was I saying? You can claim it. Gives you the link. Follow through. You go into the tip. See how much we got this time around was 0.3 DTube reward. That was freaking awesome. The Tipcc is in airdrop. I have an airdrop running. Ends at 9:13, which is less than 10 minutes, guys, to get your reaction in on that. But this is the message. You do a faucet DTube, it'll give you this. You click the link, brings you through to that page. Super simple. You get 0.3 DTube or so a day. If you're interested in funding it, this is the point I want to make for the next 24 hours or so. You send a tip to Tipcc, your DTube, and I'll reimburse you on the DTube platform. Take a screen capture of the reply from Tipcc as proof that you've sent it to Tipcc. That is funding the faucet. Send me that screenshot in DM. I'll send you the equal amount on the DTube platform. So now, the time everybody waits for, AMA. What do we got for questions, guys? I imagine this will be next week. Let's see.
Actually, I can't understand this properly. Okay, go ahead. I will try to knock another time these purposes.
What's that?
TipCC voting. I can't understand.
Well, it's pretty straightforward. You log in with your Discord account.
Yeah. I
You
also
just follow.
engage in TipCC. Active. TipCC Discord server.
Yeah, no, it's not through the Discord server. There's a link that the bot gives you. You follow through with the link. It'll give you this page, Tipcc page, which then you click vote.
How I get this page?
In
What the
airdrop.
link?
In airdrop, you type Faucet plus Faucet space DTube, and then the bot will give you a link. If you go look, you should see it. Alrighty. So, any other questions about DTube content creation?
Wait, just a stupid question. Do I need to set it?
Oh, you're kind of crapping out on us again. You were good before for a while.
Tipsy posted on the message from TipCC. It says that to get some, do you want to receive a small currency reward every time? Join our support server and vote again. What that means? Do I need to join that server?
Oh, let me bring that back up. That's a good question. So it says, do you want...
Wow,
Oh,
Duke.
you're
Actually, you
thinking
also
about
shared this
the
announcement channel.
Yeah, I've shared it all over the place. I was trying to make sure you guys saw it.
Actually,
You
right
gotta
now I
read
also open
announcements
announcement.
gotta make sure you read
Yeah.
announcements, bro.
Oh yeah. Then I also follow this. But when I follow, then send to in this type of uh sh- message. So this
Uh,
I also share this. Okay, just a minute.
but I think what dude was asking about was about the joining the server if you have to. I don't believe you have to be in their server to take part of the tipping and rewards model, but you may have to join their server to take part in the faucet. And then you get 5 times the reward of the faucet if you're a server booster. You could do it every 12 hours. So as you can see, I got 0.3 this time. On the other account, I first got 0.1, then 0.2. So, who knows? It might balance out somewhere in the 0.5. Think about that. You actually get pretty decent amount of DTube over time if you're showing up daily doing it. Righty. Well, bang. I hammered through those topics. Look at me go. 24 minutes hitting the AMA. Come on, you guys. What do you got for me? Grill me. All you here listening. Got me an audience. We got Dude, Half Is, Looking, Shamu, Shuvo, Yesin. You don't have a server, I don't think, Shuvo, so you don't need to worry about that.
I also thinking. Actually, I can't do this properly. That's why I also thinking how I follow this.
That's only for server owners. So if you have a server, then you could add it to your server, but that's what its intentions is for. It's a server announcement linking feature for Discord. Pretty good little feature. I like it. We follow the DTube channel, so yeah, you can make a server. Really easy.
It's not possible for me because I have no basic knowledge about tech and others. That's why I also
You don't
question.
need any knowledge to create a Discord server. It is super simple, guys. Right here. Yeah, you can see it. That button. Add a server. Right? You click that
I understand. I
and
understand.
you go to
I
create my
understand.
own and it's done. You know, like let's go. Oh, there you go. For me and friends or for a community or club, and then you're basically done. That's how you create yourself a server. AMA, AMA. Anything else? They got dude grilling me on the I am alive challenge rules. No, I made them extremely difficult because I kind of overlooked the reward part. I am pumping out the rewards on that one. So the concept is you earn the DTubeSnap rewards by being a DTubeSnap entry. You earn the I Am Alive Challenge community rewards, which they have a automated payout curation bot running. They're pretty good about like engaging, and if you get involved with their contest, the engagement contest, then you actually really start to earn some decent Hive. Plus, I am Hive tipping those that complete the I Am Alive challenge part. So the DTube snaps aren't entered into Hive tips on Twitter, but everybody that does the full shebang gets the Twitter tip as well. So I am hemorrhaging thy Hive for you guys. Really, it's about time. I mean, I have gotten so much from everyone. I'm trying to pay it back to people that really seem to appreciate the engagement.
Hi, Duke. Can I say
Hi.
something?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Actually, I am already working. I am LF challenge. So, can you please again clear a little more about DTubeSnap?
Well, basically, if you're doing the I Am Alive on Hive uh, challenge, then you're already familiar with what they require. The only difference is including a couple tags on your Twitter share for the DTubeSnap stuff. The details will all be in DTubeSnap channel. I'll write that. I'm gonna try to keep all the details I can for you guys running there, um, so that when we get more members, you could all just sort of point at messages and be able to orchestrate amongst yourselves, as well as give me feedback on the points that I'm missing, because I know there's going to be something that I'm like just completely overlook. So if you're ever like, hey, what the fuck, Dookie, you know, come be like, hey, what the fuck, Dookie. Like, I actually love those conversations.
Hey, what the fuck, Dookie? Actually, what the fuck, Dookie?
Oh, what this time?
Um, yeah, I'm sorry being in pain, but they stumble up on Hive. As I read through, I realize I need a Twitter account, but I am unable to get a Twitter account because I don't have a phone, and without a phone, you cannot create a Twitter account. It's here in France, at least. So no Twitter, no DTubeSnap, whatever I am alive challenge reward for me then.
Hmm. All right. Well, what exception do you have to Twitter?
Blood. No, I'm sorry. I don't do Facebook, I don't do Twitter, I don't do Google, I don't do anything. That's why I actually came like 3 years ago to Steam to
Yeah.
not use any other social
Oh,
platform anymore.
I know. It's such a common battle.
So
I
that's
laugh.
my
I, I laugh about it because we have to, we're all moving away from these things, and then we find a point where it's like to be a part of an engagement or some challenge or something like promotional. It's like, well, we got to go back to the beast. Why we always got to go back to the beast?
it's ridiculous. Yeah, it's kind of funny actually. It's like with go away from Alphabet and Google, and then you check out the websites, and everybody is like reconnected to Google and Alphabet and Amazon. I
Hmm.
can't see the point of being this Hive and DTube on Hive and DTube and still be allowed, still be forced to use Google or Twitter or Facebook or whatever.
I like I kind of said in DM earlier, I try envision this decentralization. Let's go widescreen. Like an island, you're merging out of the ground or out of this ocean, out of the sea, and your roots as you grow as on the island are what expand the land. As land expands, it displaces water. The water must go somewhere. Therefore, it takes over other land. If one land is decentralized, the other land is centralized. You kind of got to give reason, essentially, in theory, the idea being you could swim across to the other land and decide to put your roots wherever you want. Freedom. But you have to have encouragement to swim across. So there's kind of that barrier still that exists, and we always end up, like you said, it seems ridiculous, and in my opinion it does, but nobody can think of a way around it that we don't use the enemy to our own advantage is kind of how it's needed to be viewed. As we're emerging through, we're giving those reasons for people to swim across. Well, eventually one landmass will be so big that the other landmass won't support life anymore. Is so therefore we move from what centralization is, what we see today, into what we hope decentralization will be, which will most likely be somewhere in the middle. um, we're unlikely to see the real what decentralized means go into mainstream and hit it right off the bat without that middle ground coming first, at least.
Well, okay, I get that point. Another idea comes to mind, like you know a bit about my story, so I don't bother about money or telephones and stuff. I'm just here to kind of say fun. So okay, I want to participate in that, and you want to bring more people from Twitter or Facebook or wherever else other centralized from back here to DTube. So why don't you, as One Love DTube, put my participation onto Twitter to get the people on Twitter saying, "Hey, who is this guy doing? He's doing crazy stuff on YouTube, so come and join." I, I, I never really would be able to join Twitter just to make it bigger for people here to YouTube. My The point I want to say is like I can't take part in this challenge because I do not have a Twitter account. Even if I would love this idea of doing it, and I probably
Mhm.
even gonna try and do a DTubeSnap for Hive is Live, and I'm alive on a challenge on Hive and whatever. But I would never be able to take part in this challenge properly because I never would have a Twitter account. So it's like the one.
Oh, we lost you. We had you good there for a bit. We
If
lost you right
if
at the end.
you continue
There you
bringing
go.
my stuff onto Twitter because I can't. I'm not sure I'm not the only one who's unable to use Twitter. You know?
I know what you're saying completely. Twitter is part of the problem. I was hoping to actually shift this to Parlor, to shift it to Parlor where that doesn't solve your issue. Your issue being that you don't have a mobile way of confirming and signing up for these social platforms. Now, what if I was to offer you the option of something like Sapien.network? It's a cryptocurrency platform. You can get involved. Um, it's a social network, so you'd be sharing it. It has link sharing built right in. Now, the reason why I'm not saying Blurt or whale shares is because one day I see cross posting going there. So DTubeSnap posts, our One Love community, will have a presence there one day. I plan, or I hope, I hold my fingers. But the actual social sharing aspect we can tackle in a different means of allowing options. So I will open that door up and allow options for any social platform links excluding the DPoS chains. So that means Hive, Steam, Blurt, Whale Shares, Smoke, all the above. Now, if you're going to start trying to share to other chains, now there's like noise cache, but it needs to be a share, not a duplicate of the post, but an actual share. They have to have a reason to follow through, with the original post. That'll be the criteria. Any other external social media. Does that sound fair, dude?
Well, if you say not, it must be a share and not a duplicate. Like I'm sharing, or do I share or duplicate on BitChute? I'm doing with BitChute. That's uh, the least other social media I'm actually using.
That would count as like, so if you take your DTubeSnap, you post it to DTube, you have that going to all the different communities, right? Steam, blah, 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 blah. You take your Steam post, copy it to all your different places. Then you take your video, you upload it to BitChute, you upload it to Libri, you upload it to Odyssey, you upload it to all the various different places. Those are all cross-posting. So what I'm looking for is that social media share where it's like a social feed. Good example is Sapien.network. They have an area where you could take the link, put the link in, you click next, it asks for a description, you write a little description, you hit post, put it to the community you want with a couple tags or something. Boom, it's a share. Very obvious. You're sharing a link to your post and you're directing people to come to DTube. That's the DTubeSnap. Now, I know what you're trying to entail is the video, but you're giving them the content. If you give them the content, you're not enticing them to follow the links. That's the, that marketing, try, use. Like, even if you're going to noise cache and doing posting there, that is essentially external from our Hive community. I'm sure many of the Hive people are there. It is a platform just like, but micro blogging. So the link sharing, you take your link, you write it up, you say, this is my video, DTubeSnap, links, add tags, post, share that link instead of a Twitter link.
Okay, you got me a link for this dystopian or whatever thing. Dystopian. What
Dystopian.
the hell?
Dystopian.io.
Yeah.
Here, I'll bring it up. I like this site. They're very underrated for what they do. Sapien.network. That's the one I'm going to suggest anyone that's looking for a social network to sign up to get involved, that's external and decentralized and not bullshit. They actually reward you, so it's crypto rewardable, so it's right up our frickin' alley. They have a mobile app for those of you that want a mobile app, and they are the platform that has tackled the Ethereum gas problem first, that has a product available to the market besides the exchanges. So you can engage with this platform at like no cost, and until you're trying to do your Ethereum wallet transactions or exchanges, don't know where that stands yet. But interactions are free. That's huge. I'll drop that link in from the heart. It's just sapien.network/join.html. I've had a good result.
Does that have something to do with the...
I could read you their little thing here.
About this, is Sapien something with the Sapien technology, how to make Windows administrative tasks simpler?
No.
Sapien.com. Is that the same company?
No. These guys are just social media. So let me read this for you. The social media establishment, the SME, is sucking the life out of you. It's been feeding on you for years and has profited handsomely in the process. We've got a new way to do things. We've built a better platform with a different business model, guided by one mantra: humans first. This is like right up the alley for DTube. I really do think that if we could get a DTube presence on this platform, it would fit right in. So your experience isn't determined by a central authority. It's determined by the communities you choose to join. It's actually almost restricted by the communities you join. It is so true to its word here. We don't profit from the spread of outrage or hate. We profit when you find community and connection. So there's still censorship controls. You can, as a community leader, remove content. It's not complete free speech, but it is the ability to interact freely with people in a completely anonymous way if you so choose. So, as I've said, giving the tools to the author is always key. They kind of took that on their own approach. So it's not always specifically authors, but a community. So if you start the tag, the community, you can control who is posting what. Don't profit from selling any intention or anything. They're actually really good about that, and they don't collect personal data. The app is awesome looking. The one thing you will notice is I can't load anything. Like, you can open up post links. Let me see, I'll try go to Twitter. Find my Twitter profile. Come on, go to profile.
NFSA.
Because I did a tweet earlier, and I found it interesting that when I tried to follow it through, it won't show the content until you log in. This is kind of awesome, if you ask me. So they force you to sign up to be able to view the content. It makes it very central. People only within the platform are going to see your share in that manner. But at the same time, I think for what we're trying to go for, just enabling this, it's a social share. Go ahead, hit it up. There's a community started. Share your links into the DTube community. I'm not going to remove them. Crapped out again.
Hey, I definitely thanks a lot for the link and the information.
Yeah, no problem, buddy. It's definitely worth it. I was one of the very early investors. I'm doing pretty good. It's one of the few investments that I actually did really well on. I'm not in a place to take it out. I'm gonna leave it in there, try and make use of it. I'm ranked 100 and something on the platform in holdings, so fuck, that's good if you ask me. Just a random dude that happened to be like, hey, yeah, I'm gonna buy tokens. I wouldn't say go buy tokens. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it's a great platform to get involved with, especially now that they have free charging. So start posting and people are going to reward you eventually. Now.
Okay, so I'm going to leave now. I see Anime for the World is back.
Yeah, you better run. You better run. How's anime today?
Like shit, man.
Yeah, long day at work.
Yeah, it's another topic. It's another topic.
Oh, okay.
I'll be listening if you have questions.
I gave you a little plug out.
Sorry?
Dude says he loves you.
Yeah, I love Jude too. He's the best.
I gave you a little plug at the beginning there for the intro video. Again, here, anybody that is out there wanting to get involved with the Onelovedtube intro video, to DTube, everybody that sends links to anime for the world with permission to use your footage, and preferably...
I have about 7 people.
Ah, good. Good.
Yeah.
So we're...
Yeah, contacting me in the meanwhile. Giving me permission for the whole channel, so it's going to be easy.
Yeah, that's good. So if we don't fill it all, we can always duplicate. And if you do use double footage from people, maybe we'll, give them 2 DTube per clip you use or whatever.
Of course.
Until when is this offer open, Anime?
Billy's got 25 offers, 25 different people giving links, giving him permission. When we have 25, we'll start working with that. We might ask for more if someone has something we don't approve of, or we'll try to keep it going. But, I'd say give it a couple weeks and we'll have a response on this. Take it slow.
Okay, you got 7 and you need 25. That's right.
Yeah.
Ouais, plus ou moins.
Oh. Je vais sortir en
J'ai pas compris.
Je vais sortir mon caméra et je vais sortir mon caméra et tu vas faire un petit vidéo pour toi.
Allez, vas-y. Be my guest, dude. Ouais, come on. Show your cam.
Jusque quand? Till when you need that?
You guys, you Frenchy guys, you. Well, that's...
We have the best connection here in Europe.
Yeah. So last call for any AMA. Any AMA. Check the tweet what's one AMA? Last time. Ask me anything. AMA.
How was your day today?
It was good. I started off preparing for the show. Rather energetic for some strange reason. I usually...
Are you here?
Sup, Shuvo?
Hey
another odd.
man, I also wait for you. Your battery is fully charged.
Let me drop my cam. Uh,
Oh yeah.
So you were saying, Shubham?
Sorry, tell again.
Who's asking how you're doing, Shuvo?
Oh yeah, I'm good.
Good.
Yeah.
Isn't it strange? As
Enemy?
host, I get good audio no matter what. I can always hear you guys.
Enemy.
Sometimes you
I
can't hear
I was
each other.
asking you what you were telling me.
Oh,
Enemy, last night
uh,
I also share a
Lost
news
in
with you for share this news, do purposes. You also share this news.
lost. Yeah.
Actually, last night when
How
we
was your
talking,
day?
then
so
actually Duke, I have a share a information with enemy. If you
what's
have
that?
free time, then you also try to know uh, what kind of message I share with enemy.
Oh,
Blessings.
sneezy attack,
Blessings.
guys. Sneezy attack.
Blessings.
Corona,
Hola,
No,
Corona.
no allergies.
yeah,
I'm kicking
common
my
cold,
feet around on the dusty carpet here.
Oh,
common
Oh,
cold.
I guess if that's it for the AMA, pretty quiet AMA. I'm all right with that. We'll talk a little bit about Uniswap to finish it up. I loaded up a couple links here. You guys have been staring at it. Yeah, swap here. You very
yeah.
simply select your token. You could find all the information on the main DTube blog about how to get your wallet and the address, the correct address to find it. Now, it's going to be a bugger because my wallet isn't connected. So 1 minute. Go log in.
Yeah. What's up, guys?
And not too much. Just going to review the pool information here. As you could see, my pooling details, ETH pooled 0.174, and pooled DTube is 1,085. And going to
And
the
you
actual
made the
page.
faucet happen. We don't.
Yeah, the faucet's working. That was earlier. Um, Covered that,
Thanks for doing that.
and yeah, no worries. Also covered funding. How you guys could fund it if you're interested. You just send tips to Tipcc. You just send your DTube, and for the next like 24 hours, if you do so, you do fund the Tipcc faucet. I'm reimbursing you on DTube. Just take a screenshot from the bot, send it to me in DM, and I'll send you DTube on the platform.
But you're losing doing that
Yeah, I'm funding the platform.
because there is the gas fees that you have to for
Well,
transferring
that
money to.
I'm not trying to encourage you to put it on. What I'm saying is any DTube that you have on, to avoid trying to take it off gas fees, just send it to the tip faucet and I'll repay you on DTube. That's kind of the idea. Do not try load up your Tipcc DTube right
Thanks
now
for doing
because
that.
gas fees are like it'll cost you like $40 just to take out 5 DTube, or whatever the limit is right now. It's not worth it. So I'm trying to recycle that economy per se, put it into the faucet. We could generate a bit of interest. Fuck, I like smashing the bot. Even if I load the faucet, I'll go smash the faucet. if I like doing it, other people must. So let's get into it. The
We
liquidity
mean,
value. What was that?
but when I got if I vote for the Tipcc faucet, they pay me in DTube, don't they?
Yeah, you could choose what you earn. So if I bring that up, I could show you exactly what I'm talking about. You just type plus faucet and then you type your ticker. So looking, Nasmal was last there. He said he got it to work. Gave confirmation of it working. Really simple. If you want BTC or LTC, it depends on if they have anything there. But then you have to deal with all their withdrawal fees. Who knows? Maybe in the future I might do another funding run again. So once this is over with, once you guys get all your funding done, I call an end to this 24-hour period. Hang on to it, keep collecting it, and then maybe in future I'll do another one where you guys could fund the Tipcc faucet again with what you've earned from the faucet, and I'll repay you on DTube. And we could just do it that way to try skip the gas fees for everybody right now and recycle some of that economy. Well, I put the majority of it in there, so I try to save my own money here, guys. Try in a weird way.
Give me my money back, guys. I reinvested in Tipcc.
I basically okay, I put like $100 into this goddamn thing. I didn't mean to, but that's what it's worth now, is like $100. And especially since gas fees have gone through the roof, I'm like, how do I get that money back out? I can't. Nobody else could get the money out. Damn, this is hooped. Okay, last ditch effort. Let's try get everybody to put that money into the faucet. And hopefully that will show like some sort of interest generation in return. And yeah, I'm actually at a loss two ways, because to do that, I'm then losing DTube on my end. But I mean, like, hell, I generate a fair amount of DTube. I'm not too worried about it. You guys treat me well.
I'm thinking about that. It's a good idea. I'm gonna post a video right now. I was thinking about that when I was on the train. I have enough the VP, so I'm gonna.
So, on the page, we have the pool information here. You can see in general, this is my liquidity value. It's kind of just been slowly building over time. See where I made my initial investments, brought myself up to the 1,000 holding, and then it's just been slowly going along and building. Now the value is relevant to both Ethereum and DTube, so this isn't just DTube profits. This is kind of both in the value per se, but the fees that I've earned is 1145 since, when was that? October? I wish it showed me all my transactions. It doesn't, sadly.
So that's the pool.
Yeah, that's this one here is the full DTube pair with pool information. So the total liquidity is up to 30,000, which is pretty good. That's up a fair bit in not too long at all. You got the volume, pooling information. I think there's a spot where you could see the overall pool, because this is just my position.
Just your position.
Yeah, that's my position.
The graphic
right?
there is for only for that graphic.
That's just my graphic right there.
Wow, damn, that's a lot of money.
Well, it's only $578.
It's a lot of money.
When you consider that it's cost me nothing other than time and energy, is it really a lot of money? You know, like that's passion. That's passion right there.
It's like made with passion.
Well, it's really hard to encapsulate how I view this whole thing. So like, yeah, I talk about dollars and I talk about rewards and I talk about returns and ROI. Well, that's where I started. I started by mining. I got into it. I was like, and it was the learning about mining that I found Steam, because it ended up being the central information hub of everything crazy at the time. So I got into mining, and from there, you know, chasing ROI, I found myself on Steam, turned that into a rig. The return on investment is now evolved into a therapeutic return on investment. So like that, trying to encapsulate, it's like that's my passion right there. I ROI'd like a year and a half ago off of everything that I've ever put in, and now I'm ahead everything that I've got in. You know, like that was the lucky part of getting in when I did and making the decision. When I saw the Steam Hive split going on, I made that decision. I was like, okay, it's time to take profit. I need to take advantage of this situation. Everybody's like, oh, you're selling. How dare you sell? You're ditching the project. And it's like, well, no, overnight somebody decided to go, hey, you're suddenly worth double what you were yesterday. I think everybody in their right mind started to dump both projects. But it's how I use that has been the benefit, right? Because I put a large proportion of it into DTube. I put a chunk of that into Sapien Network. I put a chunk of that into Dodge, which recently got a good little pump. I put a chunk of that into whatever. Meanwhile, we've kind of seen those two projects both, I want to say, flatlining. You know, they're not dying, but they're not taken off yet. You know, DTube really didn't take off, but its ICO value was at 10 cents. So it's bumped compared to ICO value, which is why I put that post out on Sapien Network tracking the ICO compared to, like, comparing my investment to ICO value, because that's essentially what I value it at. 10 cents a DTube. As long as we stay above 10 cents a DTube, I'm not going to sweat anything.
Even then, I don't think, because VP is for me more important than action. For now.
Yeah, it is. And it will remain that way for a while. Getting messages. Who's messaging me? Pinging me. Pinging me. Come back to chat. That's what it was. Thank you, Shamu. Saying my smile is awesome. Yeah, it's a good day. I don't know. Feeling pretty good for some reason. You know, don't question it, just go with it. On that note, my quote. Pull that up in Discord.
Can you change the screen, please? Thanks a lot.
I was getting there. I just wanted to pull up the Good Morning One Love quote. Something I've been doing. It's weird. Yeah.
Yeah, Duke and enemy and all guys. I'm so dead.
Shuvo, good night. Shuvo. Have a good sleep.
Okay.
You're not allowed to
Okay,
leave
much
yet,
love.
Shuvo. You have to stay up.
Sorry.
You have to stay up. You're not allowed to sleep yet.
That's what the dude, man. He's like, he's doing an effort, like.
Yeah.
No, Duke. No, I need
I'm
sleep.
just kidding. I'm just kidding. You take
I
sleep.
I understand. Yeah,
Dookie,
yeah. Hey,
drop
hey,
curation.
enemy.
Yes.
Last night I also tell this message for Duke. You also share this, Duke.
Which message?
From the heart.
Enemy.
Yes.
Last night when I talking and then that time I also share a news for Duke. You remind this?
Yes, you told me to say Duke that you something like you love Dookie and so no, not love, but something like tell Dookie hi from me if he lose a live show, but he didn't do in the live show, so
Hey,
Oh,
enemy,
yeah.
you also forget this. You also forget this. I also said much love for Duke. You also tell this.
yeah, yeah.
I also,
You,
you
Much
also
love,
tell this,
buddy.
Duke.
Much love, buddy. Yeah. Always. Always. Um, on
and
that note, we actually have today's good morning quote. One Love kind of started this, trying to be platform specific, decided to go One Love instead. The way to love anything is to realize that it might be lost. Quote by G.K. Chesterton. No idea who that is, but I like the quote, so I used it. Should probably know that name.
In physics, nothing is lost. So how can you lose something when it's not lost?
Well, and that was the funny part I put with the post I made. Is like you can't know loss until it happens. You know, so it's like a paradox how in the quote itself, it's like saying, you know, you gotta know loss to be able to love something truly, but until you have lost, you can't
you cannot.
love. Yeah, I'm not
I
I'm not
explain.
not
Very
explaining it
good.
correctly, but it's a weird paradox. I explained that
No,
in the
it's not.
post.
You only can feel something is missing when you don't have it anymore. That's it. And then you realize, shit, I actually missed that because I actually loved it. But when you had it, you don't care for it. It's when you
Well,
don't have it that you actually care for it.
yeah, the paradox is the beforehand where you're in search for love per se, right? But you can't until you've experienced the loss of it, you know, and that's going like one example, your first love per se. Until you've lost that first love, you don't actually know what true love is, even though that very well may be your true love. You kind of gotta lose it to know. That's the paradox. So is there an ability to actually have that true love without losing it? You don't get to keep true love. You have to lose it to know it. Crazy
Oh,
concept.
now we're getting deep here. Like
Real deep. Yeah. Real deep. All of a sudden on you guys. Real deep. But that was what I was hinting at in the post. Why I like this quote.
one is all and all is one. So
Mm-hmm.
if it's only one thing happening, you can't lose because the one thing is all thing. Nothing.
Yeah. Precisely.
Moment, but not afterwards.
Alrighty, guys.
We all would be sad if we would lose anime for the world.
Oh,
I feel
most
touched.
definitely.
Touched. Thanks,
Mm,
dude.
let's
You're
play
welcome,
some
bro.
cat eyes. Thank you everybody for joining me from the heart. One Love DTube Discord, dropping a Doogie Live broadcast. The shit show as it's been dubbed. I say family friendly, but family friendly. All the,
You're also saying let's drop a dude.
yeah. Well, what the that's like the intro from Puppet Patch.
Yeah, I remember that video.
Oh, I forget how he said it. Let's just drop a dookie, guy.
Or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. It was hilarious. I really appreciate what they did for me. That came at a time when I was really needing it. You know, even they were trying to build a channel. It ended up didn't go through, but they did offer to bring me into their team, and that encouragement of their family-oriented team being like, "Hey, we would love to have you involved. You know, you could do some of the editing work. We'll build it out that way. We could expand. Then, you know, my kid that's doing editing could move into a character." I was like, dang, that actually kind of sounds cool, but I ended up saying, no, I don't have enough time. But when they created me that intro video, that was like really inspirational. That's the kind of stuff that can make or break, you know, whether or not someone believes in themselves per se. Is like, oh, you believe in me enough to create me an intro? Like, that's how I took it. What did he say? Drop it like it's hot. That's what it was. I couldn't even remember my own catchphrase. God dang.
Huh? Dude? Dude! Dude! Put him on big screen. What is he doing?
What's Duty doing? There he is. We got his face. Mean muggin'. There you go. It's like the second world premiere of Dude coming at you live on the Onelovedtube Discord. He's giving you kisses. How's it going, dude?
What do you want?
I'm so dude. I'm so duded. I'm duding.
This is how we rock out in the One Love DTube Discord. One of us grabs a camera, and then everybody laughs.
Oh shit!
I got ya.
Shit! Oh shit! Cut it out! Cut that shit out! I don't want to go.
Yeah, see, me, I gotta go like push a whole different button and go full screen for you guys, but it's not like in my face. I'm nice, comfy, chilling. I like this setup. Works pretty good. Yeah, we still got a full screen duder in there. Yeah, earlier, just when I was trying to start the stream, I went to add to this scene, my full screen scene, I went to add my extra background for Discord chat. Nice scrolling chat on the opposite side from the windows, you know, over here. Was hoping to make it a thing to kind of look like it was popping out of the window of the computer, but I don't have a big enough computer screen to do that. Tried to add it. OBS just crashed. Like, full-on lockup. Computer wouldn't respond to anything. Meanwhile, I'm still chatting to you guys in Discord. I'm like, okay, this is weird. Computer's like just spinning, doing nothing. Alright. I guess power time.
Might be the sound. It's bugging because of the sound, man.
You think so?
Because remember that you said that when you have like that you do something on Discord, it's completely separate from like live streaming.
Yeah.
So maybe you could like the computer hangs because of the sound, but Discord doesn't hang because it's separate, so it keeps on running.
Mm-hmm. It might even be like a full example of my audio degradation issue, but it actually breaks. It didn't just degrade; it locked up OBS, which is, I believe, which causes the issue. How OBS is grabbing the audio same time as Discord. So, yeah, maybe Voicemeeter kicked OBS out and it just locked up, and then Discord was able to run. OBS is super intensive. You know, like right now I'm running 30% frames per second just sitting here with so many things open. Music's playing, right? If I close Brave, my CPO drop back down below 25. Peaks up to 33. I'm happy with the stream though. Quality's always pretty good. I wonder if boosting our Discord server might help with audio quality. I saw that you did that, Anime for the World. I appreciate that. Yeah, or maybe even turning down the audio quality. That might be what it is. I never thought about turning down the audio quality.
My configuration on the OBS for streaming to Win, it was like I had to drop down to everything. I was dropping down audio quality to 128, I guess, and frames per second, just like 10 frames per second for the video. So I was able to stream onto Vim. So if you drop the qualities, you're definitely gonna save some speed.
Mm-hmm. The issue I find that I think it's because I'm looping one virtual channel through another virtual channel and merging it with hardware. If I lower the quality too much, they sound like garbage. So I'm like forced. Yeah, I'm forced to run at 1024 for whatever that means, and then like I think it's a 24-bit. If I go down to a 16-bit quality, it will only work for a couple minutes and then it craps out. And that's so upping the quality and then increasing the delay and then trying to match my video is kind of my workaround. I wish it was as easy as turning down the quality. I mentioned that how like my microphone is set to 10,000 or 1024 quality, but it's only being picked up merging into.
I just boosted another one your server and just check the quality now. Maybe I just reboosted it.
Yeah, you sound maybe good.
Yeah.
It seems like a bit of a.
I didn't see any bugs from you the last 3 days.
That's good. So what I was wondering is with quality. So we have an ability to adjust the bit rate. Let's bring it down. I'm going to bring the bit rate down. Half in the bit rate on the channel here live just to see. It actually says all the bits going above 64 kbs per second may adversely affect people on poor connections. We were up at 128, so we're pushing the highest quality. I wonder if we have to reconnect to make the changes happen or if they just go live, but that should solve any delay that Dude might be having for his audio connection, if it's connection or whatever related.
Vas-y, Jude, dis quelque chose, man.
It's just microphone.
Yep.
But I am hearing you come in a lot cleaner now. Like quicker, I mean.
Il met sa cam. Hey. Cam. Spooky.
He's giving us the
dude.
finger. What's that, dude?
More video. If I put on my video streaming, I can't really hear what you're saying, guys.
Okay.
Oh, that's okay. Make sure you keep the camera on then.
Tu veux un bisou? No, not me.
Dang. There we go.
No. There's the response.
Yeah. That wasn't safe for work content, guys.
Oh.
Alrighty.
Around here.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I wasn't paying attention to chat.
Still better than seeing the anime for the world in his slips, you know, like on the pants. Bah, t'as au moins des pantalons là aujourd'hui.
Comment?
T'as au moins des pantalons aujourd'hui, toi.
Ah, t'inquiète, hein, regarde, vas-y, tu vois. I guess you understand what he just said. No comment.
Ouais, mais ils sont trop bas là. T'es pas en hip-hop, toi.
Mais non, ils sont bien, c'est mes pantalons de travail.
Ah, tu travailles, toi?
Bah, no, I just have a home and I don't know how to pay it. Of course I work. Else I would be, on the street. Yes, it's true that in Belgium we do have a social system that you don't go on the streets if you don't work. It's true. So yeah, I could not work and still have a home and everything. It's true, actually. I didn't say anything. Yeah, I actually work compared to most people.
Well, the people from Belgium like sexual abuse. No, that's it.
It's an interesting system.
Yeah, because in Belgium you cannot. It's almost impossible to end up in the streets, actually. Because even if you don't have any money, there is still like financial systems, like we call it CPAS, which is for like people who don't have any income, and they give you 600-700 euros every month.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're on
how do you know?
They give you like 500 euros every month, and like food packages. They help you find a home. They help you. Belgium is like wow for a social system, but the ones working, they have to pay for everything. So that's why you get like a 3,000 euro salary, and half of it is going to the state.
Mm.
I read how you say that? Some statistics about the money system in Belgium, and Belgium is considered as the most corrupt country in the world.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Everyone come to Belgium.
Yeah. Where does Canada rank?
Canada?
Yeah.
There is nobody there.
We rank low on everything except being polite.
Yeah, but that changed too, I hear, last year.
Yeah, last year.
Yeah, but like all this prime minister stuff in Canada and all the histories about COVID, so it changed too there. The only positive thing we got there is the Dookie with his One Love DTube.
There's a few others. We have Skyline Buds. He's on the east coast, I believe. There's
Yeah, but
also
he's living like in the most polluted area of Canada. So I'm not sure this counts, even if he's a nice guy. But the most polluted countryside of Canada, I'm not sure that counts.
no.
Dude, don't forget that Santa comes from Canada, man. Oh, no, sorry, North Pole. It's almost Canada, almost.
There was a fight over that. Yeah.
Because North
That's
Pole doesn't belong to anyone, actually. So, yeah, it could be considered Canada. It's all ice anyway.
Yeah,
I
it's getting thinner
wonder
and thinner.
I wonder if I moved to the most remote part of the Arctic here in Canada, if I could still
You mean Quebec?
claim. Yeah, well, no, like the territories. There's the territories above us, right? I don't none of it. I think is the most northern. If you go way out there, that's actually you could get there by human land passage. Um, but yeah, I wonder if I'd be able to collect like welfare or EI. It's like I choose to be unemployed. You know, you can
Mhm.
choose to be unemployed here and fucking collect EI and whatever. So if you've worked, you get EI benefits. If you not working for over your approved period, then you end up going to welfare. Welfare is the universal income kind of idea in Canada. We working people pay for it, just like in Belgium, but I don't think it's quite as good. It's very base
Let's
living.
say it like this. If you go to the doctor, you pay 1% of the factor of what you're going to expend there at the doctor. The rest
Well,
is paid
on
by the state.
welfare, it would all be if it's required, because our medical system also plays into that. Anything required on the medical card is all paid for by MSP. Um, I wonder if like I wonder if I could go out, live in the middle of nowhere, and still be allowed to collect my welfare, choosing to live somewhere where there's no employment available. Um, just one of those. I wonder what the fucks things.
So, Yuki, you did come
So
to Europe once, right?
no, I've never left Canada.
You know that you're missing out, right? I know I'm not talking about the States. I mean, get out of the American continent. You really need to see the world, man. It's a beautiful place.
Yeah, I wish.
says, says the Portuguese living in in Belgium.
Hey, but I did already. I have seen all Europe. I have been everywhere in Europe. I can say I have seen Europe. I never been out of Europe except Switzerland, which I did live, but it's technically in European continent. But yeah,
Yeah, but Europe is just like all over the same place. So if you see one
yeah.
town, you've seen all the towns, you know, kind of.
Germany doesn't look like France. I mean, the infrastructure doesn't look like Germany and France don't look like. You mean the houses and stuff don't look like each other. Looks more like Holland. Holland looks a bit like Belgium. Belgium, the south side of Belgium looks a bit more like France. But yeah, if region from region things change.
Night half is. Thanks for joining us, buddy.
You were in what was it called again? Bretagne, right, dude?
But they're northern, the most northern east, no, west, the no most northern west part of France. Yeah, it's called Finistère, which means kind of end of the world, and it really is because any well, you got like 260 degrees to walk, and you crush into the ocean. It's only one small part you really can go back to land. All around me is just ocean. Atlantic Ocean all over the place.
Yep. Small canal between Europe and England, but it's actually an ocean. All
Yeah.
good.
I'm not far from England.
Yeah, actually, you have like what 20 kilometers in sea, and then you have England or something like that, even less.
Oh, it's a little more. It's a
More
little bit more. On a boat, you have like 12 hours. Oh, it's a lot more than 20 k's. Don't worry about that.
half an hour on boat, right? Something like that. Half an hour to get to like the other side.
No way.
More?
On a sailing boat, you have 1.5 day, 24, a little more than 24 hours. Uh,
From
Ship,
Britannia to
you
England.
pass a whole night for the closest haven in England. So it must be. I can't really say how much k's, but a lot more than 20k. That's for sure.
Wow, I thought that was more smaller. Actually, guess I was wrong.
It's very dependent on the size and speed of the vessel too, right? Like I got Victoria. We take a ferry from Victoria to Vancouver. Takes like 2.5 hours or so. But the other route from Nanaimo, same canal, just further up in the island, they have to navigate through all the islands and stuff. It takes like an extra 45 minutes or so to be able to get to the destination. And that's just to be able to get to the mainland from Vancouver Island. To go from Vancouver Island and land in Vancouver, we have this ferry that we're stuck on the island with, but I couldn't imagine that doing that in open seas, like, or anything that is not protected by our island, because our voyage into the mainland is protected by our island. But when you do the voyage going, which is quicker actually, it's quicker to go from Victoria to Seattle than it is to go from Victoria to Vancouver. I hear people talking about they do. Good night, Shuvo. Or Shimu. Shuvo. God dang. You're not Shuvo. Good night, Shuvo's good friend, Shimu. It's good to have you. Don't mind me, I just misspeak.
You need a smoke.
I do.
I know
do.
you do. I also do. And Jude also needs it also. Hey Jude.
What's going on?
Tu veux fumer un petit joint?
J'ai pas fumé depuis 8 mois. But it's close to a year actually.
Poor guy.
Yeah, the connections have falling off again.
Well, it's partially dude's got a crappy mic. He's working on that. I say we should just fund him a mic. What do you guys say? And just tip him. What's a mic gonna cost
I can
you,
go
dude?
deliver it to him. He's like right next to me. It's like 1 day from me, dude.
What's a mic gonna cost you, dude?
I was surfing on the site to check out how much the smallest part. But don't worry, I haven't smoked for a lot, and the microphone costs me around 100 euros, which is about $130.
All right.
What?
Are you gonna order it,
Yeah.
or are you gonna go pick it up?
No, I go to the store. I buy all my instruments stuff. Like I got a a friend. He's running a guitar shop, so he has all the equipment for microphone and cables and anything. The last microphone I bought was a Zoom H1. That was like 3 years ago. It cost me 100 euros.
Putain, tu prends les meilleurs équipements, quoi. I was asking if you
No, man. If
equipment.
huh? Come
You
again?
pick up. You say you pick up the best equipment from the store. 100 euros for microphone. That must be like radio quality, like Dookie has there.
Hmm.
Well, that's a quite professional quality. Yeah. Zoom H1 stereo microphone. I actually buy the microphone for the instrument recordings. I play music with my with some people and stuff. For the recording, we need high quality. So yeah, I go for a high quality microphone. And the good part is you can also use that one for microphone for laptops and computers.
So I was laughing because Dookie is saying that he has a W2 Guitar Hero mic. So I was kind
Yeah,
of
he's he's just showing off. Show off.
But hey, don't forget he MacGyvered his own microphone. Hey, he's the true MacGyver.
Straight up, guys.
MacGyver always has a Swiss Army knife. So, I'm the Swiss Army knife, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
So
speechless now, huh?
like you play in the band, dude?
That's me.
You play in a band?
Actually, in two bands.
What kind of instrument do you play? I suppose guitar. I'm gonna go for guitar.
I play how you call that in English? Flûte à bec, a
Ah,
recorder, a tenor recorder. I play an Armenian flute called duduk and
mm,
some harmonicas. No guitar.
wow. So flute it is. C'est bien.
Or anything you have to blow into. Everything like
But
trumpets, saxophone stuff. But I don't like too much the how you say that, les ferrailles, le cuivre, le
ah, le
cuivre, je
cuivre,
suis
ouais.
pas fan. Ouais, je
Copper,
préfère les
copper.
bois.
Ah, ouais, yeah.
In English, you
Copper. So you prefer to play with wood instruments instead of copper ones.
if you translate it in that way, yeah.
Yeah.
I can
So
understand. I
what
don't
you're
like
trying to
having metal in
say,
my mouth.
I think what he's trying to say is he prefers wood in his mouth.
Asshole.
Yeah,
And that he's full of
that's
hot air.
just.
I like to blow, yeah, but I do not swallow.
Perfect.
I also blow my joint. Where's my Johnny? Let me blow on my Johnny. I'm gonna blow my. I'm gonna play some instrument.
There we go. Yeah, that's our kind of instrument. I got mine. I haven't tested yet from Smoke.io, Technos Girl.
Oh, he has an instrument, dude. Dookie.
Yeah, I got an awesome instrument.
Ah, I like that one. Yeah, that's a good
No,
instrument.
when you go full screen, you get better luck. I like the colors
Damn.
of it.
Made from glass, or is like plastic?
Yep,
Nah, I suppose it is glass. It must be glass.
yep. Sorry, my camera is gonna blur it because it wants my face. But
How do you call it in English? A pipe, I suppose. No.
yeah, this one isn't a shotgun. I was supposed to get a shotgun, which is kind of like you see the people using, or a shogun. You see
Ah,
crackheads use them, that kind of style, the tube, but designed for weed, um, for extracts. You use it for smoking your extracts. So same idea as what a crackhead would be doing, but with extracts. Instead, she sent me this one because I guess when she was packing the other one, it broke. But it was a freebie I got from Smoke.io, Technos girl. What did I do?
okay.
Yeah, she runs contests over there and gives away swag and stuff for free. I got a ton of swag. Like you can see on my wall.
You should re-involve yourself a bit more with Smoke.io.
The
It's blurry. It's a
poster
bit
there.
blurry.
That's a Smoke.io one. I should. Yeah, let me turn off. There.
Ah, that's better.
Well, we got Smoke.io puzzle I got, which the other got my fiance to laminate it, so now it's a for quite a while. It's like a pull-off banner. You pull off
Hmm.
bag up here. You can
Oh, you
just
have
see
more
the
stuff.
corner of it.
Yeah, I just see the corner.
This one I'm really proud.
It's a little lit. Oh, yeah. Nug porn. Nug porn?
Yeah, that's not what you think it is.
A collection Smoke.io Nug porn book. Ah, I see. Now I understand what Nug is now. I understand what Nug is. Yeah. Oh, good recipes. Yeah. You should make one for the cooking contest. Dude, you
Yeah,
should
that's
make one
actually a
for
good
cooking.
idea.
Yeah, I know, right? I just make a
I was
space cake.
I
It
was the
would be
first person to
awesome.
get one of these books. Let's see if I could find my entry.
You have your own entry?
Yeah, I'm in here.
Nice.
So I should be.
So what's the story about Smoke.io anyway?
Oh, I'm not
What's
in
the
this
story
one.
of Smoke? Ah,
The story of Smoke.io. Well, right now it's kind of sitting dormant.
yeah.
Well, it hasn't changed then since
I mean,
the
fuck
last time
those
we
people
talked
that
about that.
criticize. Honestly, man, fuck those people. Just I don't care about. I understand that if you search for it on Smoke.io, you're gonna see those comments. But if other people start making new comments, those will go down eventually.
It's not the seeing the comment on the post that was my issue. It's the fact that my troll is turning up in search results and defeats the promotional efforts that I've put out. Um, I'm being a little bit sensitive on it, but I can't really do anything about it. So I probably should be more active there as one of the top witnesses, but I'm not. I'm not as active as I would like to
You
be
think the
because
troll's
every
gonna troll you his whole life? He's gonna
oh,
do that for the rest of his life? I
he
don't
has
think
been.
so. Well, then he has a no life.
That's
Honestly,
a.
if you consider, yeah, that's it.
I can give you an example. See if I could find him. Usually any post that has a lot of comments, you'll find him somewhere in the trolling. But, oh, this one would be the one. See, as soon as...
Get my camera. I cannot put my camera out of the way. Camera's in the way.
Drop the link for you.
Kana King.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Okay.
If you are Kana King, you should be mellow, easy, and not writing stuff like that.
Well, that's exactly it.
Themselves Kana King.
But, like, you see it, like, it goes on forever. Like, he starts there, and it's all just him spewing BS. And he targets specific
but
people.
That's dude. Off grid, that's dude actually.
No, that's not our dude.
Yeah. Ah, okay, that's another dude. Okay. Because it looks like dude.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the real one, you know?
No,
Will
that's
the real dude please stand up?
yeah. That's Off-Grid Life from Steam. He's off-grid on DTube. So he is around. He gets around. He's on Blurt also. He's been labeled several times as a spammer because he's so actively posting all the time. But it's kind of one of those things like, because he's been labeled a spammer, now he gets attacked. But what Kana King is doing here is like above and beyond. Rod ignores all of that other crap, that flagging crap, the trolling, the saying he's a spammer. He's like, whatever. But here you see where Kana King, Darian, is like going above and beyond. And this is the kind of stuff that like, it's like a wall of text and it's like just super confrontational. And usually it's BS.
Wait, saying that for 1,000 smoke, like 1,000 joints of, it's like 1,000 credits smoke. I don't get what he's talking
about. Kana King? Well, if you actually want to read it, let's read it. I usually don't read what he says because he's just always...
It's basically stupidity, but if he says something that doesn't make sense, you can like correct him.
That just gives him what he wants, which is engagement. The only way to deal with him is by muting him, so then you don't have to see him or engage with him, which he wants any engagement, which is the reason why he's so trolling. So defeat a troll by not engaging with him. Problem, those comments are still viewable from the non-logged in webpage, so everybody else sees them. Only the person that it mutes them mutes that person. So it solves it for me, but it doesn't solve the big problem of everybody seeing this and being like, as we're doing now, reading it, being like, oh, wow, smoke is mooning. Great. Oh, this person says it's mooning. Oh, this person, Kana King? Oh, he must be king. Okay, if you dummies are buying it for something more than $2 1,000 smoke, then I need to slide tiny bits through the shitway, blah, 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 right? And he just goes off on a thing saying like...
I don't understand even what he's talking about.
Basically what he's saying... He's saying you shouldn't be buying smoke for anything more than $2 1,000. He's making a relation to the post, so it's like buy smoke for free almost on Hive, blah 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 blah. You know, Off Grid made it kind of hypey, sort of stupid post. Go buy smoke tokens on Hive Engine with a bit of a inaccurate sort of representation of what you could buy for what, because there's no liquidity. So Kana King is coming in and saying, you know, you shouldn't be buying, 1,000 smoke for $2. It's not worth that, essentially, to summarize what he's trying to say. Going down, he starts to make sense. Last calculated cost per 1,000 smoke on Bittrex was $1.72. If you're buying for more than $2 over there, I'll gladly put tiny bits through so I can make more money off the dummies. Basically, this is a trader saying like, oh, I'm going to move and start trading over on there if you're going to be silly enough to pay more money than what you could pay somewhere else. You know, and then he goes on
saying, everyone buying, I'm gonna screw him.
Yeah.
Basically.
And then you go.
So he's so people having hesitate. So he's like making people hesitate on buying smokes.
Yeah,
basically.
even though he'll present himself as a positive figure, say that he's doing good, but then continue to demean and belittle the people he's relating with to destroy any confidence in the entire system. That is essentially his goal.
Narcissist.
Yeah.
Narcissist. Yeah.
He goes on forever. Like,
yeah, dude is like active, like motherfucker.
Looky, watch the camera. Watch the camera. Now smile. Yeah, and now stop this shit, like, please.
yeah, I know. I just thought I would cover that since it sort of came up, you know, what's going on with Smoke. Last I heard, well, he is relentless. If you follow him up and you look into his account and how long he's been doing it.
I see all the posts that the dude don't. He's like he's here to like break the site. Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
Everywhere he's criticizing it. I understand. Maybe it wasn't actually. You think it was specifically for you, Dan? If you like do this with everyone on the site?
It wasn't specific for me, but he started targeting me as soon as I made it into the witness rankings. And being a semi-public figure, he actually turned it against me where he was like, well, if you're the public figure of this shit chain, he started calling it the shit chain or turd chain because I was the top, second to top witness. So right now we got Barbecue Iguana, and then me, and then Blockchain as the top 3 witnesses. But like when I made it into the top 7, he started calling it the shit chain and that I ruled the chain, and he was claiming that I am all these other witnesses. So we got the right, Can I Curate, which I am currently hosting for John Udier. Then we got the One Love Smoke, which is my backup witness. I fired up because we're having chain issues. We're worried about a chain halt. We got Brett Blue, which is my buddy Brett, which is another witness. I'm actually operating on behalf of him. But because they haven't gotten active, I haven't gotten anyone active with Brett Blue, One Love Smoke, or the Can of Curate account yet. I've actually been considering shutting down those witnesses. I don't want to invoke anyone to get involved with the platform either until we have some feedback. It all hangs on the ability to submit code to GitHub. We need Stoner to confirm, I guess, approve what has been developed already, and then we need people to continue developing. And we've been in a standstill for months now, like over a year. Somebody heard from Stoner recently, so hopefully things will start sooner than later.
Never work with DTuBE brothers. It always turns out bad.
Oh, and it stands to be true. You look at all the different projects that are weed related and the complications that they fucking have. Unless you have someone at the helm that is actually business smart. If you're like a stoner, your general stoner, you ain't gonna fucking pull it off. You know, I ain't gonna pull it off.
You find some. I was like working for close to 6 years. Well, I was talking about the nightclub today. In this nightclub, we all been stoners. Well, that's another different kind of business. you more mellow, jello, whatever, like it's working. But as long as you really want to do high quality, high quality excellence and business, if it's not like hotels or restaurants or bars, you just can't really rely on smokers. I know that for a fact. I've been a smoker for 40 years now, close to. I know them all. I tried a lot of things, and if you really want something done, be sure you have one. It's not smoking whole day.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm a terrible example of that. My biggest battle right now is the balancing act between self-medication and trying to be relaxed enough to sit at the computer. So I got a good chair now. I'm doing good, but still, we're hitting that 2-hour mark, and I am actually now needing to get up and walk around, right? So, like, as an example, I could go smoke a joint, come sit back down, jump right into it, but to follow through with my self maintenance and healing, I actually got to go walk around for an hour now, and then I got to go lay down for an hour before I could come sit back at the computer.
You're not the only one.
Why don't you lift up your home office so you can do that in
Same
a right
thing, dude.
position?
I also somebody that doesn't like to stay. I must do something.
I didn't have enough money to get a standing and sitting table. I decided to go with a raised working platform sitting. I've actually thought about it. If on occasion I'm having a back cramp, I can drop down on my knees. And this is where I thought about it, is at this point I can get into the right position to work and finish what I'm doing if I'm in the middle of a cramp or something. But relative to working on my knees the entire show, it ain't gonna work for me.
Yeah, but can't you just lift the whole thing? Just the 50 centimeters more you need.
Then it's too high to sit at.
There are chairs. I used to have an office in that way. There are some kind of telescopic chairs. I have to find that. It's just an excellent thing.
It's a drafting chair. Yeah, if I can find a cheap drafting chair, I'll definitely go for that. It needs to have the ability to adjust height, and then I'll lift my desk up to be in the right position, to where it'll be at standing. The issue is I was hunting around for a chair forever to find this one. It took 2.5 months of hunting used stores to find a chair. Never mind one for cheap. So I finally found one for $25. But I was looking at new computer chairs, and they're anything to the height I need for a standing size table. You're looking at several $100s. A cheap drafting chair, a basic drafting chair, is still a couple $100s. I didn't even spend a couple $100s on my whole studio setup.
Expensive.
Yeah, I'm cheap.
$100. You're cheap. I'm cheap. My whole setup here costs about 50 euros. I'm not talking about the PC.
Yeah, watching the text channel, I put you a picture of the stool I had.
Yeah.
And that kind of stool you probably can even produce by yourself, more or less.
That's a drafting style stool.
That stool is upside down.
No, that's just you actually sit. You got these three parts. You can sit quite comfortably. and the bottom is not flat, so you actually can move by you can move. It's like a third leg. You sit down on the stool and you can move around without uh, getting up because you're actually up. It's like
Oh,
you sit down on a barrier or stuff like, and this kind of stool, it's like even IKEA sells stuff like that too. No, not too expensive, I guess.
It reminds me of a bicycle stool. Well, you know where you
hmm,
sit on a bicycle.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. Uh,
yeah.
kind of. It's a little bigger, but it's that kind of settle. Yeah, it's kind of a settle, you know.
And that's the ergonomic design of it, so you can tuck it up and be able to move underneath the table.
And the leg actually is kind of telescopic. You can choose different heights. So if you got your table like a 90 centimeters, you can even lift it up to be like you stay there and you just sit down on it. It's not like the best chair I ever had to work standing.
Yeah, yeah, I see what he's talking. I also sometimes have like that you're like behind the PC, but you prefer to be like up than like sitting. And I
Hmm.
also have don't have it here right now. I have it in the kitchen. I also have one of those, but instead of like being three, it's just like a round one, the normal ones.
And
Yeah.
on the
Why
discussion of sitting, I think I'm done. I'm gonna call it here, guys. Thanks for joining us, everybody, to the Dropping a Doogie Live broadcast coming out of the One Love DTube Discord from the heart, as always. Tuesdays, Thursdays. Join us live. Get tips in crypto. Ask me
Why this is
questions.
this is still live here?
Yeah.
Oh fuck! You gonna cut that out? You cut my videos out. You cut all the bullshit out. All my fingers, everything.
I don't even know what to say. Yeah, I'll blur ya. How about I blur ya?
Yeah, I can. Maybe I can do that. We'll see.
All right. Peace out, guys.